What's up, man? It's another wealthy day in the neighborhood. Thank you so much for choosing to be my wealthy neighbors, man. I'm so excited. I'm ecstatic. First of all, welcome. I want to welcome you to the very first episode of Wealth Talk TV, where you're going to learn all of the uncut gems, get the raw conversation of what exactly is that we need to know on this journey to wealth, and what are some of the nuggets that could possibly help us, some of the tools that could possibly help us to be able to overcome the obstacles that we may face, get into our divine call, our divine purpose. So with that being the case, today I feel like there's no better person that could possibly tell you what to go and where to go and what to do, and how to go about achieving your goals on your wealth journey than KB2Funny. I feel like when it comes down to what we need to know on the wealth journey, there's the only people that could possibly tell you how to be able to actually navigate the wealth journey are people that are not too far away from you, like your next door neighbor, somebody that you wouldn't even think is doing big things, is actually making major moves, putting in the major work so that they can have a legacy and inheritance for the next generation to come, their successors. So, with that being the case, the actor, the comedian, the entrepreneur, and one of the two co-hosts of Big Small Talk is going to come on. It's going to give us some detailed gems, some detailed information about how they got this started, and what exactly are some of the things that they've seen on their journey to wealth. All right, Bruh, can you hear me?
Hey, there we go. Am I clear?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's up?
What's up? Hey.
Man, take that doggone sweatshirt off, man. Let me get you something else, man. I'm tired of
Oh,
seeing it.
you tired of seeing me
I'm
switching
tired.
friends?
I'm tired of seeing this. I'm tired of seeing that. I gotta come
Yeah.
out with some new stuff, man.
Man, I like it. It's comfortable.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. So, how you feeling, man? What's going on?
Man, I'm feeling good. Honestly, I'm really trying to, we still in the house, but I'm still trying to stay active.
I feel
You
that.
know what
I
I'm saying?
I definitely feel that. Yeah, I want to say it's the same over here, but I'm in and out. It seemed like I'm more so self care than all the rah 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 going on. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But dude, like, go ahead and state your name and what's your purpose.
All right. Well, I am KB, but my stage name is KB2Funny. Really, my purpose is to save somebody's life.
Dope.
100%. And I'm gonna get there through comedy and communication.
Good times, good times. That's exactly what I was about to ask you next. So, what made you? How did you find out that that was your purpose?
Well, it was because it's basically like what other people would tell me. They were like, when you came into the room, I was having a bad day, and you said something or you spoke to me, and it really changed my day.
Dope, dope,
And
dope.
I didn't really know that like a conversation, a hug, or it's just I didn't know that can really change somebody's whole day around.
Yeah,
And so, even like for us, like just knowing each other, I always been a funny one, but I never really thought like to really focus on that until somebody at work was like, "Oh, you must be a comedian."
right.
It's like, well, yeah. I
Yeah,
guess, I guess so. So really try to make it short, my wife had got me into therapy.
right,
Really, because a lot of the stuff people would laugh at was like stories of how I was growing up and the things that my mom done to me based on my lifestyle.
right,
So I was like, if I tell everybody what's going on, it's like telling my mama's business at the same
right.
time. And it's
Yeah.
like you don't do that.
Nah, nah.
You
What
don't
goes on in this house stays
say
in this house.
this out, like period. But it's like my therapist was like, weren't you there?
Yeah,
I was like, yeah. She said, is it your business? Did it happen to you?
right,
Like, it's your story. Like, why can't you tell your story?
right.
So even though it was like a simple, like, tell your story, I really never thought of it. So I just got on stage and I loved it. I'm not stopping. Like, I'm going to the top, like
I feel
100%.
that. That's what's up. That's what's up. It's great that you even got to a place where you were comfortable enough to tell your story. Because that's got to be a triumph in itself.
It's a win.
It's it's definitely a win. It's definitely a win. You definitely achieved that. What was there some particular things that basically unlocked that for you where you felt comfortable, or did you already have like that self-esteem in that area just to let that go?
Well, because it's like, even like before you go on stage, you get nervous.
Right.
So it's definitely that scary feeling. Really, I started to dream. I was dreaming about it.
Right.
Really, like I was going to therapy. We would talk about it. You could talk about it all you want to. You know what I'm saying? All day.
Right.
So I started to dream about it, and it was like I saw myself on stage, and I heard people laughing.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like I'm stopping myself. Like all you got to do is sign up, even just like open mic.
Right.
Like just do it. So it was like I can stand up and talk just regular. Like, you know me, I just can start talking, and it's like just do it.
Yeah.
So even when I got on stage, first thing I said is like, I'm nervous.
Yeah.
Like, embrace the nervous. Don't fight being nervous. It's
Right.
a human emotion. Like before I go on stage, I'm like, I'm nervous. And just take it all in. Like people trying to fight it. Like, don't fight being scared.
Right.
Don't fight being sad. Bro, jump in it, and it was the best. Like I'm nervous. I might get a nervous tattoo. Like just.
but that's real though. More often than not, people think too much within themselves during that nervousness, and they end up like completely psyching them out, hindering them from moving forward. But you found a way to be able to embrace that energy and use it anyway. That's what's up. That's valid.
Appreciate it.
So I also wanted to ask you, like, what were some of the adversities that you experienced on the way to this point, like getting to where you are at this moment?
A lot of stuff was, people say like, you're funny, but you don't have enough followers.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? I get that.
Yeah.
Like big time, because it got to a point where they wanted me to pay to perform.
What?
Like, so you want me to promote the show, do the show, and I gotta pay?
Did you do it? Did you invest in that?
I didn't do it. Like I wanted to. It wasn't that much, and it's like I was like, am I being bougie? About it at the same time. But then it was like I really sat down and looked at it. It was like it's a lot of free opportunities.
True.
So like when I talk to people that's been doing it, like different comedy shows, I'm like, why would I charge you? Like they pay. You got to pay to get in. Right. So when I talk to old heads, it was like no. But when I talk to new people, they about getting their money.
Right.
I'm just trying to get you to know me. Like I want to walk into the room on the mic. Oh, it can't be too funny in the building. Like I need city support. Right. So it's like the people that want to make money, and then it's like when they book me, and it's like, oh, she's funny. She's funny. She's funnier than me, the host.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So there's like, they really don't know how to take me, because it's like the bearded lady. So it's already kind of like that freak show. And it's like, oh, she's human. Oh, she's funny. Oh, I'm interested. So it's like, they really be like, they want me, but it's like, dang, she go out and shine me.
Crazy. I feel like
it's crazy because when you're on the mic, there's you. I can't take your time. You can't take my time. So it's like, it'd be crazy. I'm like, I can help you. We ain't gotta be enemies.
Yeah, it's a relationship, but a lot of times people do go into a situation offensive or whatever. We don't want to give all our gems because, it's like I labored, I sacrificed for that, but I do want to give something because I want you to know how to be able to take things to the next level. You know what I mean? So I understand like both sides of the situation, but I feel that though, and then on top of that, you being the type of person that you are, you went into a room and owned it. So that's pretty dope as well. How did you basically go through like just getting past that barrier of the whole follower situation? Because I'm pretty sure that there's some situations now where they don't even worry about it.
Because, I'm still sitting like the 1800 and, people at the 10Ks and the 50Ks. And, people, you can buy pages.
Right.
Too.
Yeah.
So, really, with me just posting just genuine stuff, like this is actually me doing, people like, hey, I noticed you. Like, even with that article, like, even, it was Miami.
Yeah.
That hit me, not the ATL one.
What?
You see what I'm saying? So
in your own neighborhood. Got you. Okay.
I'm getting love outside of Georgia.
That's what, but that's the thing, and I love the South, you know what I mean? That's home. Up here in Portland, Oregon, when I say it's so many Caucasians, it's a little scary sometimes. I was like, where's the niggas? But
What I do know for certain is that regardless, the outside love that I experience out here is completely different than within but nobody gets honor in their own home, because they see you the same way that you was when you was 5 years old. They never progressed mentally or changed with you. And if the transition didn't occur, like, I can't convince you that I am what you, or I'm not who you think I am, so right. It is what it is, but I feel that. That's what's up. So that connection came through Miami?
Yeah, it came through Miami. Because he really did just like send you an email. Mm-hmm. Like, what's up? Like, I didn't even notice, right. I just seen like the name. I was like, right. Oh snap, right. And I started, doing the application. They was like, well, where have you performed at in Miami? I was like, I ain't never performed.
Gotcha.
In Miami.
Right.
Like, at all. So like that brought attention, but even like just to like step back, really like Kia Comedy, mm-hmm. He had showed love because I wasn't feeling the love like in the straight comedy world.
Gotcha. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, let me fuck with my people. Right. So I just started to like show up. Right. I just started to go to like some of the events. Right. And I was like, hey, Kia, I tell jokes. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's up? Like, let me get on, like, for real. So right. Like, meeting her a couple of times. She really gave me my first like Friday show.
Dope. Okay.
That's straight people like open mic Tuesdays. Like, I'm telling jokes to old white retired people. I'm not like mad, but it's like I need the trending, the young folks. I need the trending people.
Right.
So she really opened that door up, but then like with the article and just really being like going out, people seeing you, because I can't make people support me without supporting somebody else.
That's a wealthy thing. A wealthy check right there. You need that. That's a good one.
Like, period. Like, that's because people DM me like, hey, do this for me. I'm like, you ain't even following me.
What?
Like, you want a shout out?
Right. How can we walk together if we don't agree?
How can we walk together if we don't agree? They need to be on a shirt. That's people crazy. So I was like, I understood that. I can't make people support me, but I can support. So like all that can't coming together.
Right.
It really, sometimes I don't feel as wealthy.
What?
Sometimes I'm like, it's.
Well, here's the thing. That if you gonna say that, I gotta ask. Prior to even getting to that question, what's your definition of wealth then?
My definition of wealth is to be able to make. I was going to say to make any move that I want.
Okay.
Like to jump and go, help, just to control my day.
Right, the flexibility. I definitely see that. That's definitely a layer of wealth, having options on how you maneuver, options on when you maneuver. Yeah, I feel that. Okay, so some days you don't feel like you can just maneuver when you want to maneuver.
Right.
Okay. How you handle that?
I have to realize I'm still new.
True.
To this comedy and entertainment.
True.
Kind of thing. Right. And everything is happening on time.
Exactly. Divine time. That the first part was just getting into the vehicle that you needed to be in, but that second part is just realizing that you're not driving the fucking vehicle. Just
right at all. I'm not driving. I'm pushing on the gas. Like,
it's just like, this is the student car. You don't have you don't have that over on the passenger seat.
I thought I was going crazy at first. Like, am I not working? I start like, am I not working hard enough? Like, it's relax.
Yeah. So comedy, go from comedy. Now I saw that you did some acting for a little bit. Like, how did that even pop off?
Because I want to be like I want to be an entertainer.
Okay.
Because some people like even like art come out with a song and that's it. And they're like, I don't know how to do nothing else. Like after football's over, I don't know how to do nothing else.
Right.
So I'm trying to I want to have all the contracts on the table and be able to sign all of them.
Right.
So I'm trying the comedy shows. I want to have the game show, the talk show. Like, I want to sit down. We can cry and be Oprah. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm Steve Harvey, Oprah, Ellen. I'm trying to be Kevin Hart, like everything all in one. Like, I just don't want to be in one place. There's no reason why I should be sitting at home doing nothing. Right. I can get every job.
I feel that. I feel that.
So
You can. And we received that on your behalf.
Star status for real. Just like I'm trying to do it all.
I feel that. I feel that. That's what's up though. And you also did another thing. So the podcast hosting, like how did that connection even like start up?
Well, because I had an older one.
Right.
From before. It was like basically like for studs and lesbians. It was really like explaining our lifestyle. It was like The View just for studs.
Right.
Just to like open up that conversation.
Right.
And
what happened with that? How did that go with your first try? Was that a first try?
That was the first try.
Okay.
I didn't plan it. Like I went to the club. I took my male best friend with me to like a lesbian club, and the studs was on him. Mm-hmm. More than the films. Like it was a bisexual situation, and it was just kind of surprising coming from the club from 10 years ago. Like we didn't want no men in the club until like they attacking him. What's up? Give me your number. So I just got on Instagram like, hey, bisexual studs, do your thing, live your life. Right. And one of the studs that was on the show was like, hey, we should start this show. Right. So like, cool. So, my mindset was already superstar vision, this, me. You tell me 1 o'clock, it was that kind of thing. Right. So it was going good. And we couldn't communicate on the vision. Like, where are you trying to go with this? Kind of thing. Like, if we do this, let's do that. Or like, I feel like at first it was like, well, it's your fault. You're not doing this. Like 2 against 1. But like, once I backed away from it, it was like, I think we all probably could have did something different, handled it better. Definitely. But it made me feel like, oh, I can do this. Right. That's what it made me feel like. Dope. So like I transitioned, like, okay, I'm gonna do my own project. And then that's when I met Jimmy through my barber. Okay. And I just liked her conversation. We went deep and she was just open. I like how young and fresh. I wanted to meet a young, fresh stud. Right. I wanted somebody like just a couple of years like to teach me the woes and what I'm saying? Kind of thing. So we became cool in our conversation, and that's when we built Big Small Talk. Cause she was like, when we talk about stuff, we go deep because I'm already in therapy and I'm 32, and she like, oh shit, like I'm like, bro, this is life, and this is this, and she like, oh shit. So that's what became like, let's just do it and put it on camera. I was like, cool, because I need to keep that comedy TV show. Like that's why I'm trying to find another web series to get into, so I just can stay active. Right. Like I need something to keep everything going. Consistent, yeah, exactly. Dope. You continuously putting out that art, putting out that work. That's what's up. So I would say, like, as far as when it comes down to a person that is interested in starting a podcast, what exactly did you learn from the relationship that didn't work, and what exactly are you learning from this one? And where exactly did you start with it, as far as like what was the first concept that popped in your mind on how to be able to actually make that happen? What I learned is communication. When you work with anybody, no matter if it's something small, like even like to how your W, like, hey, do we agree on this W? You know what I'm saying? Like kind of thing. Right. To get started, because I thought I needed the big camera, big lights, big money, and this and that. Right. And most people do. First project was our cell phones. Right. Like, period. Start where you at. Where you at. Like, I don't have no extra lights. This is the bedroom. This is natural lighting. Bedroom light with my phone. I got the little stand. That was like $20, kind of thing. Right. So it's like, don't, like some people sit there like, oh, I need this. Like, go look at it. And like, oh, the lights only can be $15? Or the stand? Like, don't have to buy nothing. Find something. Like, find your suitcase. And just start, just push play, like something. Like you don't have to make it. Ain't no big deal, even if it's 60 seconds. What? I wasn't feeling great today. I wanted to reach out, like, hey, y'all fucking with me? No, okay, post it. Like, don't. I was putting too much thought. Like this got to be so perfect. Like I'm still that way. Right. Like in my head, I'm already like in Hollywood. So I see like the big cameras and the lights and the fashion, like P. Diddy calling me. Right. So like I have to come down to reality, like, hey, you still at home? But you were exposed to that early though. You were exposed to the lights, camera, action with your mother, right? Right. Yeah. Definitely. I be forgetting about that too sometimes. Look. First of all, speaking of, man, I did want to go back to this last episode that you guys came out with, episode 14.
So you started out like ready to release.
Yeah. You already know. I can't keep nothing inside.
True.
I can't.
I was gonna say, I really wanted to know, like, you know, with this whole, you know, homosexual lifestyle, you know, some people are like extremely lucky to get the type of parent that just off the bat it accepts them, you know. But you know, some of us, you just go through the fight of, you know, I try my best to do everything else right just so I can even be in a space to feel comfortable in your presence, you know what I mean? Because I know that I feel weird within myself, you know, around you. So what exactly is it that is helping you to just exist and be, knowing that that relationship has been faltered the way that it's been faltered, but also be able to not allow it to affect you so much where it hinders you from progressing forward?
Therapy.
Word.
I go to therapy every Wednesday at noon.
I go every Sunday evening. Every Sunday evening. Yeah.
Like, cause you said I felt weird with being around her. Like, she made me feel like I shouldn't be on earth. Like, how can everybody else love me and think I'm funny, but when I come home to the person that made me, I feel like this?
I feel that.
You know? So because I still go through it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the email, like, I have a hard time with women that look like her. Wow.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Like, even with work, like my supervisor looked just like her.
Dang, a whole entire reminder. It's like The Shining.
The attitude, like, oh my gosh. And you know, I'm like, I need this money kind of thing. So we really break down each situation. Like, because, you know, I be trying to make it short. Right. But like in the past, when something bad had happened, you know, people like, oh, that didn't bother me. Right. You know, I was just putting it in my pocket.
No, that's a lie.
That's a lie.
That's big lie. It's affected you. If it changed the way that you handle certain situations, it bothers you.
So I have a bad habit of that. So sometimes, like, even with that email, it frees me until I can process it with her. Because she made me look at it different. So it's like, got the email, right? Mm-hmm. And like some of the things she pointed, like with the money, like, I had money for you, but you never came and got it, kind of thing. So I was like, well, what did she say? What does that mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, why? Like, that's a red flag. So my therapist like, that was a good thing that you noticed that. Yeah. You know, like, you pointed out that was a red flag, so that's a win. Wow. Before I would have been like, count my money, like, maybe I do need the money. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe I do need her. So she makes me realize how better and how much, like, I process things.
Gotcha.
You know, kind of thing. So I can't blame it on nothing else. Like, my wife, she got me to therapy. Like, she's very patient with me. Like, so if that happened on a Friday, you know, I'm kind of fucked up until Wednesday. You know, excuse my language, you know what I'm saying? So I can't say that it doesn't affect me. So say if, like, the email hit me on a Thursday, right, and I got a show Friday, right, I can't think about the email.
Wow.
Friday.
Gotcha.
On some real stuff. Like,
so you just put it in the back of put it in the file cabinet until you're in a space to be able to handle it. That makes sense.
Pull it back out.
That makes sense. Sense.
It gotta be.
It's like an email. Look, that's how you treat email.
Yeah. Like, pause the problem. I have a certain time and a safe place to handle this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't got time. Because even, like, bro, one time she popped up at a show.
What? How did that go?
It was at MSR. It was my first weekend show.
What? Big deal. Hold up. First of all, you know what? You got to give her some applause for the effort. Because that's scary, you know, for your end. But the fact that she showed up, she was like, I can't miss my baby show, so I fucked with that. But how did you handle that?
Because I didn't see her till after. Like, I'm coming off this. I got performed, killed it, had a great time. I'm coming off the stage. Wow. And she in the corner, like somebody, like a arm come out of the shadow.
Whoa.
You know, and I'm like, oh, you know, I'm like, what? I'm kind of like, oh, snap. You know what I'm saying? But I kept walking, which was like the win. So like you said, like it was, I couldn't process like she came to the show, but it's like I also had asked her to give me my space.
Yeah.
Yeah. Too. Yeah. Because I really like, even like as of like today, I call myself free for like 5 years.
Okay.
Like from her. So I asked for that space.
What's your definition of being free from her? What exactly does that look like?
It looks like me with a beard.
Okay.
It looks like me being in love and happy, speaking up, going about my day, running my house how I want to.
Right.
Her like, hey, come here, do this. And I had to stop and do everything. Like, I'm just not her robot.
Gotcha. That's the responsibility anytime that you get married anyway, is like typically as far as Bible context is concerned. They state that the man will leave his mother and father and cleave to his wife. So the expectation when you do make a decision to marry is to work on your own legacy and your own inheritance. So you're no longer in a space where, they call in and just be like, I'm here. How can I help you?
Right. 100%. Because she even tried to teach me different stuff about marriage, but it's like, nobody ever taught me how to be a wife for a woman.
No one knew. They didn't know how to be a wife. You're an expert in that area, because I obviously do not know. I'm not married, but
we're still learning. It's like you can't teach me, like people like, my mom and dad taught me this. Like that's the biggest thing I had to get off myself was like the previous learning, because they didn't have this house and they weren't in this relationship.
This is true.
I can't run my house like that. This is totally different.
Right, two totally different people. On top of that, you don't even have the same character traits that you're working with. It
wouldn't work. That's how we get into arguing. Like I'm trying to do stuff how it used to be. She's like, well, I don't do that. That was making fights. Like we had to sit down. Like, hey, let's make our own plan. This is our own family.
Right.
I was like, you're right.
This is true.
Our own rules. That's crazy.
That's a wealthy check.
Yep.
That's a wealthy check for anybody. For your own household, you have to create the type of space, the type of life that you want to experience. And can't make a life based off of somebody else's previous experience. You probably can use it as like a antidote. It's like, well, maybe we can try this, because it seemed like it worked there. But you can't take it as law, because you'll end up breaking some stuff that has two totally different factors.
Exactly. That piece did not fit in the puzzle. Like, I'll be trying to like force it, like, this is how we used to do it. This is what it is. They're like, why? Like everybody always asks me, like, why I gotta be that way? Because they said so. And it's like, that's not really a reason. Like, did you grow up on that? Like, because I said so? Like, that was the reason, like.
Yeah. But I was my mother's household was like, she was a bit stricter. I won't say she was stricter. I'm not really sure how to gauge my mother in comparison to other mothers. But when it came down to certain things, I knew that I had to be within that box. And she didn't allow certain situations to go. Like I remember a couple of times, when I was younger, one of the things that she used to tell me and my sister was like, you know what? I'm trying to, if I keep y'all off the pole and I keep y'all from getting pregnant before your time, I done did what I was supposed to as a mother, so knowing that was her gauge, or one of the ways that she gauged, I can understand why I was beat in certain areas, or whooped, chastised in certain areas. And even though the relationship is not as grand as far as sexuality is concerned, I value her insight, because I know that she's actually going to do the research and actually have a conversation with me from her experience. One of the things that I had to do to even get to a place of healing with her was like figure out why, what exactly was it that made me feel like, why was it that this household was set up in a way that made me feel like I was less than, and after figuring out that, she was like, well, I was angry. I got pregnant, you know, on my first try because I was a virgin before I had you. The person that I thought that I was gonna spend forever with no longer wanted me, end up taking another girl to the prom, you know, while I was at his house with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So understanding like her labor and her experience, it was kind of like, you know what, well, maybe I can't be mad anymore. You know what I mean? Because I no longer see you as my mother. I see you as a woman. I see you as a female with dreams and goals and things that you were attempting to accomplish. And you got to deal with a child by yourself. And it's your decision. Probably wasn't the best decision to make, but at the same time, you know, what can you do when you don't know how to do? You know?
Yeah.
So you just do it anyway and
Yeah.
make it work. So that's what has been pivotal for me and my own personal healing. It's just like taking the that four agreements portion of not taking anything personal out of the situation and just empathizing with the fact that it's like, damn, we're all lost. Like even when it comes to my father or whoever, we all trying to figure out what are we doing and what is our purpose and how we can fulfill that, you know. And now I look more so at my sexuality as a tool to help other people because can't nobody tell my story. Can't nobody tell your story. So knowing that can't nobody tell that, you know, it's kind of like, let me just believe what I believe, act out in what I believe, and execute what I need to execute so I can look out for the next.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, it's real. It's real, and it takes some time to kind of like just get to that point because you don't feel that shit when you in pain. Like
no.
At the beginning of the year, like towards the end of the year, like dude, I had so many suicidal issues. I just wanted to step in front of semi trucks just because I was trying to go through my own pain process and heal from that situation. But
yeah,
by the grace of
okay,
the everlasting God, we here today
though. Yeah, like for real. Cause it's like it make you really said it all. Like on some real like you like, dang. Like should I just like take myself like you really I 100% feel you. But I always felt like it was just something that was pushing us. Like definitely. I felt like we wasn't regular.
Oh, nah. None of the relationships are regular. You try to figure out why you connected to certain situations. It's like, okay, this has to be used for something.
Right. Like this pain is for something.
Right. And you able to do such an amazing job with just putting that out there. So before we even, you know, wrap up, I got 2 questions for you, you know, because you've already given, you know, amazing insights thus far. I do want to know, like, what does your legacy work look like to you? Like, what's your end goal? As well as if you have any nuggets or any advice to give to people that are looking on the outside, trying to figure out, like, what exactly do I need to do on this wealth journey just to continue to propel forward against all adversity.
Gotcha. So when you say the end goal?
Yeah, the end goal. What your legacy work looks like for you?
My legacy looks like a clear life. Like I want some people to be able like, hey, you know, because I did this with KB or looked at KB, I was able to step into my own life. You know what I'm saying? And love myself and to like understand my pain and to keep going.
I feel that. That's what's up.
You know, 100% because, you know, people are like, well, you know, I want the house and the cars, this and that, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like we lost, like how you was feeling down. We lost a lot of good people to death. Yeah. At an early age. Like we lost like a lot of like, wow, like what? Like, right. You know, like I feel like that's going to be my final thing. Like, you know, KB really saved me, honestly. I feel and that. My little nuggets to really find out your why, like 100%, because there are people, you know, doing comedy and for attention, and then realize they don't like it. You know what I'm saying?
This is not as fun.
Okay, people don't laugh all the time. You know, kind of thing.
Right.
So find out, like, I know it's hard because, like, you know, like, I've been funny. I always been funny.
Right.
But I didn't know that funny can really be a thing.
Right.
Like, you see stand up, I didn't really think it could be like, I didn't think I could be a superstar.
Right.
Kind of thing.
Right.
So find out your why.
Right.
Accept that you are the star.
And your own movie.
Your own movie.
Right.
You ain't got to tell nobody.
Right. Right.
You know, let people think what they want to think.
Right.
Because you can't change it.
That's just I can't even take what I'm about to do with this. I just give it back to you, your opinion. And you can have.
I double hearted. You know? Like, and just get it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
So
You do it.
I appreciate it, man. Thanks so much for showing up to the first episode of Wealth Talk TV.
Wealth Talk, what you put the gotta do for? I like that.
The wealth check. We need wealth checks. You got a wealth check today? So
have you had your wealth check? That's a segment. Come on. Put it out there. Do it. Come on. I need another. You said I need the wealth check shirt. I'm ready. Give me the cash shirt. I'm ready. I need to get you a KB2Funny shirt.
Definitely. We're gonna have to swap up trade for a trade. 100%. You actually need to come out this way for real. I think that they're gonna mess with you.
I do. I even had hit up the Portland Pride, but I just need to come out just me. You just hit it. Period. Yeah. That's what like staying active. Yeah. Like I be trying to book only comedy shows. I just need to book somebody's show. Whatever you got going on.
Right. Definitely.
An event. There you go.
Just whenever they let me know that there's an open mic stand up or something like that, I definitely connect you to it so you can check out what's going on. I'll connect you to some people that have connected me, you know, because I did not get to where I am without any assistance. So,
man, we gotta talk again because it's a lot. Because knowing people will get you further.
Man, what the fact that you even know that knowing people is gonna be the thing that pushes you forward. Mm-hmm. It's valid, because a lot of times we do try to be islands and do everything ourselves, but at the same time, your ego get involved with certain situations like that. That's why it'd be so hard to work with other people, is because everybody ego and everybody had their own vision of what they want to see happen. And it's like, okay, instead of trying to push your own vision, let's just figure out what the purpose is. Like, what's your own? If we figure out what your own purpose is, then everybody can push forward and creating a platform for all of us so that it'll feed the rest of us and whatever legacies that we have behind us. But
people can't everybody can't do that. And I feel like, am I asking a tough question?
No, it's not difficult. You just gotta know what your part is. And if you don't know the part, then you don't know if you don't know that you a finger and you supposed to point and you trying to do this, it's like that's not just how can they work. Yeah, they work together, but they don't serve the same purpose. Yeah, so
you're killing me right now. If you're supposed to point.
I'm just saying, but you don't know what you're doing. So that's been my issue as far as connections are concerned. Everybody had their own thing, and even I take responsibility for the part that I played in. I had my own vision or own plan, but now that I know that there's a vision in place, it's more so, okay, since everybody's selfish, because we don't want to admit that everybody's selfish, we want to act like we're selfless, but it's okay, we're selfish. So no,
I'm going to win. Like, I don't care what you talk about. You're not making sense. I know that. Like, I don't got time. Like, I talk to people like, okay, you ain't talking. No. Yeah. People want the clout. People really just want to be seen and be popular. Like,
nah, it's not school. We're not trying to get popular. We try we try to do wealth work, do legacy work. But as long as everybody know what the common goal is and what you do individually, then we could put people in position and be like, okay, well, we trying to do this, so you gonna give us the insight on how we can be able to make this thing happen for you, and But people don't want to go last or second. We always want to be the first. Just
put me on the list. I don't care. I'm on the list.
As long as I'm in the room. If I don't care where in the neighborhood they dropping checks off at, as long as they in my neighborhood. Because
they'll take me to church. Because baby, I'm like, what? Hey, it ain't for everybody. Wealth ain't for everybody. Somebody.
It's not. It's quite all right, and then wealth really don't go on sale either. People.
It ain't on sale.
You gotta put in the work for it. It's just when you try to get it on discount, buy one get one free. What is it? Overnight sensation. I woke up, I went to sleep, and I'm viral. Snap, Cracker Pop, Rice Krispies hot. It's like
no. I ain't met nobody went off on their first video. Just you gotta keep. You do. And you gotta make yourself reblow.
Exactly. People, they want to find you working. That's where the help comes in. When somebody find you working, then they're gonna be like, oh, you need it's when you try to like get the groceries and somebody try to grab the door for you, they gonna help you out the door because they done caught you working. You ain't got enough hands to be able to do everything that you're trying to do. So knowing that, it's like, just be consistent,
Keep it moving. 100%. That's my whole thing, being consistent. Because I'll not post for a day and it'll show. It'll make a big difference. Like, dang. So you right.
Yeah.
Cause you hitting them today. You hitting them today. This is gonna be good. Well talk. This is a hit. And I'm first. I'm the first guest of this thing.
I appreciate that. I was like, man, I feel like I want to have somebody on here that's insightful, that is in a position that can, because the thing about, when it comes down to other interviews, people always want to have a conversation with the celebrities or figure out what exactly they know. But it's like the people that be next to you know more about how you can just get to the next step, because what you keep looking at the mountain for, if you ain't even hopped on the first step.
People be trying to be mad because they fall. You like, you didn't even know how to get up there. I appreciate it.
You gotta walk into somebody's footsteps. So the fact that you already in a position that you've been putting in your legacy work consistently, not only that, but you didn't allow any type of adversity to hinder you from continue to move forward, regardless of relationships, communication, or whatever. Decide to continue to move forward and continue to tell your truth is admirable. And many people, they get uncomfortable in the beginning stages and lose sight of the purpose. That's what causes people to actually give up, for real, is when you don't know what your purpose is and you just doing it just to do it. Then you quit because that was something that was in you in the first place, or you didn't even know why you was doing it in the first place. You just wanted to, like you said, get popular,
to be fucked and lost. Get your why, for real, man. I appreciate it. I feel, I think even like you reaching out, it to me is like is motivating.
I appreciate that. Yeah.
100%. Like, because when we blow, it's gonna be like, we're gonna talk about this is the reason why. This is the hard work.
Right.
But this is work. You know what I'm saying?
This is a start. Just at the beginning. And if you can't conquer what's around you until you can conquer what's over, what you're under or what you're on top of. So it's that I'm glad that you decided to just be my first guest, man. And I won't hold you. I appreciate you for showing up today. I try to make sure I said every question. We even went
go
over.
ahead, take your time. Yeah, check that paper. We good.
We even went over a little bit, but yeah, the conversation is just I'm not saying as far as like wasting too much time, but
no, you good.
I tried to keep it within a healthy time frame to make sure that I'm keeping folks' attention. Don't want folks to get bored or anything like that. But
with you, I got you.
You've given a lot of gems today, bro.
Thank you.
I can tell you've been growing.
Yeah, I'm different. It's a whole new no more KT. KT done. It's the whole. I think people have my look as a new me.
My name is.
Hey, you call me KT. I'm like, who that? Hey, I'm not.
Just be like, who? Who? It's like, yeah, God, you can call me that, but I ain't gonna answer that. I just
I keep
when your promise is in clear sight before you get to your promised land, your name change.
Look, now we're gonna talk about look. I feel like it was like when that name, dude, that's what it felt. I was like, oh, it's a whole new world. Like my vision is clear.
When your name changed, then you start to see the promised land. But you can't go into the promised land with the same character that you had before.
It just wouldn't work.
It's like you gonna get you gonna have a malt liquor budget and a champagne life. So it's just gonna be like you going to Dollar Tree with $1 million.
That was perfect. Because KT couldn't. No, KT wasn't even thinking right at all. No.
So you go squander. It's like what you go buy up at Dollar Tree with $1 million? A whole bunch of Shasta.
Whole bunch, just looking silly as hell.
they
about whole stuff. A bunch of junk. Don't even fit. Can't make dinner with none of this. Had to make that change,
man. And you walk through it. So congratulations to you, man. I want y'all to know that KB2Funny is about to make this thing pop. So it's a whole nother wealth journey. You can say that you saw KB2Funny here first on the Wealth Talk TV. This interview. I don't even know if I'm interview one, but I'm claiming it.
Okay, yeah. I feel, yeah. You know, the art, yeah. Hey, you the first. Make it. When I order a shirt, I need a one in this. The KB collection with the one. Come on. We need to come together.
Definitely.
I think we should do something.
We can definitely do a couple of things. I ain't even gonna cap you. Ain't even gonna hold you like that. But yes, you saw KB2Funny here first. We throwing up the wealthy side, and we out this guy. I'm gonna hit you up. All right.
And the pit bull just had some babies. How they rate them? No home training. They call your friends, but what you hang with? I feel.